Elon Musk posted, quote, "My companies are, surprisingly in some ways, trending towards convergence." Now, what prompted this? It was in reply to a quote from Adam Jonas of Morgan Stanley regarding the Tesla shareholder xAI investment vote. Adam Jonas wrote, quote, "They're going to have to revisit this. We don't think investors understand just how important xAI is to Tesla and the broader Muskonomy. Tesla's relationship with xAI, financially and strategically, is deterministic to the long-term success of Tesla, due in part to the natural synergies of data, software, hardware, and manufacturing in recursive loops. The values and value systems of both Tesla and xAI are endowed by the values of their shared creator. We believe this co-determination becomes more obvious in the next phases of physical AI and autonomy for Tesla in the year ahead." I mean, the synergies are quite obvious. Talked about this going back from the moment xAI was announced. Tesla has a real-world data. No other company has this. That in and of itself is one of the essential ingredients for artificial general intelligence. If Tesla's building AI chips, never mind the talent pool between the Musk companies, we get it. Obviously, the closer xAI and Tesla are to one another, the better for both. And on Musk's post, this has long been obvious, the trend toward convergence of Musk's companies. For example, if you want to build a colony on a planet that doesn't have an atmosphere, maybe Mars, for example, you probably don't want to be using internal combustion engine vehicles on the surface. Enter Tesla. In fact, you want to build a colony on Mars, you probably want some useful humanoid robots. But of course, you need to get them there, so you might need to build a starship. And then of course, when you are on Mars, in the early days, the smartest thing you can do, rather than trying to build structures on the surface, is instead to tunnel, because you've already got a pre-built structure. You just need to bore some of the shit out of the way. Enter the boring company. I could keep doing this all day. No, actually. Neuralink, machine-brain interfaces, the humanoid robots. I think you guys get the point. Musk is actually right here. So to the point from Adam Jonas about they're going to have to revisit this, absolutely agree. Now, I personally believe that one of the reasons that there wasn't an overwhelming amount of participation on the Tesla xAI investment proposition to shareholders was simply because the board did not and could not make a recommendation on this. So a lot of people abstained because they don't know what the fuck. You've got to understand there's a lot of people who own Tesla stock who don't follow the story 24/7. They don't know what the fuck xAI even is. They're happy to vote with the board, but if the board doesn't provide a recommendation, which was the case with this, they abstain, which is the right thing to do. You don't want to be voting on a matter that you have no idea what you're even voting on. Right. I would like to see this put again to Tesla shareholders, clearly explained to garner more participation. And it's the most obvious thing of all time. Even if there weren't extreme overlap between these two companies, xAI and Tesla, what they're doing. Even if it didn't make total sense, even if there were no synergies, Tesla's got over 40 billion of cash in investments, mostly cash at this point in time, doing approximately fuck all. Odds are that even today an investment in xAI will probably beat out inflation, putting the company further ahead than keeping a few $billions in cash that they could have invested instead in xAI. Now that said, I personally would like to see a no cash transaction. I've covered this a few times on the channel, but in case you missed it, the way I'd like to see this play out, it's a much easier sell to Tesla investors as well. xAI gets exclusive access to Tesla's real-world data stream. Now, this is very important. As I said, this is one of the essential ingredients to real-world artificial general intelligence. I'm not talking about an LLM trapped inside a computer, a digital AI only. It needs to be embodied. And the only way to do that is for the real-world intelligence. And the only way to solve that is with lots of real-world data. And the only way to get that is by collecting it via millions of sensor-encrusted objects, in Tesla's case, vehicles, in the real world. If any company wishes to solve artificial general intelligence, they'll need to solve real-world AI, and they'll need a very high-quality, high-quantity real-world data stream. At this point, Tesla's the only company on the fucking planet with this. It is an invaluable asset to xAI and to Tesla. In exchange for this access, Tesla gets an ownership stake in xAI. No cash exchanging hands. In addition, both parties agree to close collaboration and technology exchange in the future. E.g., for example, hypothetically, if xAI is building out gigantic AI training superclusters and has a little bit of spare compute time, Tesla can borrow, lease, tap in at mates rates or vice versa. If Tesla's building chips, literally, actually chip fabrication, and xAI needs some chips, well, great. You can see where this is going, right? So much potential for mutually beneficial relationships between these two companies. And again, no cash involved. Many Tesla investors might cry about Tesla investing actual cash. Oh, no, they need that $40 billion for something else. Maybe they do. Although it's not going to be too long before Tesla has far more cash than they know what to do with. So if there's no cash involved, it's a much easier sell. Tesla loses nothing. Instead, they just provide exclusive access to the data stream, gains an ownership stake in xAI, and the two companies agree to collaborate closely in the future. This is called a win-win-win-win-win arrangement. While we're on the subject of winning, here's a letter to Tesla shareholders from Chair of the Board, Robin Denholm. Dear fellow shareholders, on behalf of the entire Tesla board, I want to extend our deepest gratitude for the overwhelming support you showed at this year's annual meeting. In particular, your resounding approval of proposals 1, 3 and 4. They're talking about Musk compensation package, re-election of board members, blah, blah, blah. Sends an unmistakable message. You support the vision embodied by Master Plan 4 and want us to keep steering Tesla toward the extraordinary future we all see ahead. I sense some shots fired at brain-dead socialists in the next paragraph. A world that is not zero-sum, but instead one in which we can and will accelerate global prosperity for all by creating a safer, cleaner and more enjoyable world. In a year when many tried to sow doubt and negativity, you chose a better future. You chose ambition. You chose to see what is possible. You chose to back the people who have been in the room since the earliest days, fighting for the mission that first brought us all together, a better world for humanity. Your vote was about much more than governance of a company. It was a vote of confidence in our visionary leader, Elon. You look past the noise, aka the anti-Elon propaganda campaign being run relentlessly by the hate stream media and the political left for the last few years, especially after he endorsed Orange Man Bad and the Department of Government Efficiency work. So you look past the bullshit and reaffirmed your belief in a trailblazer who has turned Tesla into one of the most valuable companies in history and who continues to push humanity closer to a future of sustainable abundance for all. This idea is not just a slogan, as Elon noted at our meeting. It is about bringing about the best future you can imagine. Your support tells us that you believe in this mission as strongly as we do. The board could not be more excited for what comes next. And, as Elon also said on Thursday, this is not a new chapter for Tesla, but a whole new book. By the way, great metaphor. And also rest in peace to everybody who sold before the first word was written in this new book. I can't fix stupid. The age of autonomy is no longer approaching. It is here. With transformative technologies such as Robotaxi and Optimus, we are bringing AI into the physical world. We are on the cusp of what could be the largest value creation event in Tesla's history, and quite possibly in the history of humanity. You, our shareholders, have given us the mandate and the runway to execute. We are humbled and rest assured that we do not take that responsibility lightly. Therefore, staying close to you has always been fundamental to how we lead. We have consistently prioritized direct engagement with our shareholders through multiple channels, including our shareholder platform and in-person events. The feedback we receive directly from you, the owners of Tesla, informs our strategy and strengthens us. As we execute, we will keep listening and are committed to exploring opportunities to further empower shareholder voices. Thank you for believing in Tesla. Thank you for standing with us. We look forward to years of bold leadership and pioneering innovation, fueled by our commitment to creating a better future for all. Very truly yours, Robin Denholm. So a nice little thank you letter to Tesla shareholders. I think it's safe to say, even Robin acknowledging that overall, the majority of Tesla shareholders are not in fact NPCs. We're not fooled by the anti-Elon propaganda and are very excited to see what the next decade or two bring. Happily, we know what Tesla's aiming for. We know what Elon Musk will be trying to achieve. Phil on X posting, the final boss in Musk's 2025 compensation plan is achieving $400 billion in EBITDA. Elon Musk responds, it sure is a tall order, with a laughing emoji. Anyone can buy Tesla stock right now and come along for the ride. There will inevitably be some bumps along the way, but with a truly immense amount of work, I think these goals can be accomplished. I, for one, will not only be coming along for the ride, but enjoying every moment of it. You know who won't be coming along for the ride? All the DMFs who will fall by the noise and the anti-Elon propaganda. Such a shame. Want more content? Early access? Bunch of perks? Click the links in the pinned comment. AG1 has been part of my daily health protocol for almost half a decade. It's packed full of vitamins and minerals and helps me fill in nutritional gaps while supporting energy, digestion, and immune function. It also has prebiotics and probiotics to promote gut health. I take my health very seriously, and so should you. Try AG1 today by visiting drinkag1.com/SMR or click the link in the pinned comment and enjoy a free welcome kit with vitamin D3 plus K2 and AG1 travel packs. That's drinkag1.com/SMR.